Accountability. Yep, some of you think it's a dirty word, but you need it. This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and today I want to tell you quickly 2 types of accountability that you must have in your personal and professional life in order to be the most effective. Now, we all know that accountability is the thing that we run from, right? We think that we can hold ourselves accountable. If you've read the book by David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me, David says you can't only hold yourself accountable up to about 40% of your potential. What that means is if you can't push yourself, most people can't push themselves past 40 out of 100% perfect performance. If you add someone to your life, you can take that to 70 or even 80%. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to be more effective in your personal and your professional life? Well, most of us don't want to because it's uncomfortable. We like the comfort of growing to that 40%. And remember, that 40% is someone who knows how to hold themselves accountable. Most of us don't know how to do that. How do you push yourself? Some of you are the rare form, like that elite athlete or that high-producing, high-performing business person that just knows how to hold themselves accountable, but most of us don't. There are 2 things that you need to find in your life, 2 ways that someone can hold you accountable, and I'm going to describe them this way. The first is the pat on the back person. You need to find the person that's going to pat you on the back. What good does that do? What kind of things does being pat on the back do for you? Well, it's encouragement. It's to say to you, hey, you're doing the right thing. Keep on keeping on. It's the cheerleader effect. It's having someone in your corner that believes in you and knows what your potential is and can push you to another level. Spouses are great at this. Good friends are really good at this. Even children are good at this. Just to say to you, hey, you're doing a great job. Keep on keeping on. What does a cheerleader often do in a sporting event? Celebrates the wins, right? You need someone to celebrate your wins. You also need someone on the sidelines that cheers for you in a positive way, that pats you on the back, that reminds you of what your potential is, what you can accomplish. If you watch a sporting team, when they're doing not so well, the cheerleaders get a little bit louder. And why do they do this? To remind them of what the potential is, the team's potential. You need someone in your corner that'll pat you on the back. Unfortunately, the second thing you also need, as well as the cheerleader that's willing to pat you on the back and encourage you and keep you on your path to whatever goal it is that you've set for yourself, you need the second person. You need someone that'll punch you in the gut. You need someone that'll say to you, hey, you're totally off task. What you're doing is not exactly what you should be doing. You need someone that'll say to you the things that you've been a little bit lazy lately. You haven't worked as hard as you need to. You need someone that'll be able to say to you, do you mind if I'm honest with you right now? Because if all you have is the cheerleader, the fluff, the encouragement, you might be headed in the wrong direction. You need to have that friend. Spouses might not be so good at this. It might just be a mentor or a coach, someone that can just look at you in the eye and say, you want my honest opinion? I don't think you're doing this the way that you intended. I think that you will get better results if you do it this way. This kind of accountability, I call it, is punching you in the gut. Kind of knocks you off your center, kind of makes you lose your breath for a minute. And then those of us that are super focused on self-improvement in our business and our personal life will take that punch in the gut. And once we get our breath back, we'll look at that person and say, you know what? That was hard to hear, but I needed to hear it. Thank you for telling me that. Thanks for punching me in the gut. So analyze your business and your personal life. Do you have this kind of accountability? Do you have someone that'll pat you on the back, the cheerleader, someone that'll cheer you on and remind you of things that you know how to do? And you also have that person that's willing to punch you in the gut, to knock you off center, to take your breath away in order to refocus you on the things that you're going to do. If you don't have both of these, you need to find it. Where do you find it? Well, ask around. Do you know someone that has those kinds of relationships? Ask them how they found them. Maybe you just need to dig deeper into your peer group and say, okay, I need this kind of person. And you start analyzing who you could hear those things from. Might not be a competitor, it might be your spouse, it might be a coach or a mentor, but you have to have these people cheer you along. Because remember, David Goggins says you can really only achieve 40% of your real potential if you're holding yourself accountable. If you have someone on the outside, you can achieve 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%. And why wouldn't you want to? This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and I hope this video helps you rise up.